The Way of Will John.
Hey, Ran, I'm 20 years old and I've got $200 and it sucks because, you know, I'm working this job and stuff like that. I'm not trying to get rich overnight, but I would like to be, you know, I want to be one of these guys that I see on the news that just, you know, put his money somewhere in crypto, right? It just seems like this mystical place in crypto land somewhere, and he came back and all of a sudden he doesn't have to struggle anymore. So what do you say to this person and what do they do? Because I know these guys are going to say, that looks great, but what do I do now?
So you do a few things. The first thing is you take your $200 and you invest your $200 in Bitcoin, and you do it immediately.
Why?
Okay, so there's a few reasons. The first thing is Bitcoin is a limited supply asset. There are only 21 million Bitcoin that will ever be in existence. Today, there's about 19 million of those Bitcoin out there, and we know exactly how they're coming onto the market. There's a emission schedule, so to speak. So unlike the US dollar, which is, you know, deflating itself because of inflation, because the government printed so much more money, the money that is in circulation is devalued by 9% or 10% in the last year. Bitcoin, we know how much they're going to be. So the first reason why you should put your money into Bitcoin is because there are very few really scarce assets in the world that are in the early stage of their adoption curve. Okay, so think about it like very few assets in the world that are scarce. Gold is scarce, but gold is not really as scarce as Bitcoin because you can always dig deeper and find more gold. They're always finding new mining technologies which extract more gold from the ground. And also, gold is at the end of its adoption curve. In other words, it's been around for long enough. Now, Bitcoin is scarce and in the beginning of its adoption curve. So you're getting more people who want less Bitcoin. Okay, that's the first thing. So the first reason why you should buy it is because Bitcoin is probably a great store of value. And if you look at it over time, it's still the best yielding asset in the world of all time. So there's never been an asset that's made better returns. Second reason is now the price is low. We've just had a market correction. We're at 40% of the highs. So anyone who's buying it now is buying it at really low prices. And if you know the old adage is buy when others are fearful and sell when others are greedy. So you're buying at the right time. Lastly, and most importantly, is by buying Bitcoin, you're learning a new skill. You're learning how to buy, sell, store, trade cryptocurrency. Now, that's like learning how to use SMS and WhatsApp before the world. It's like learning how to program computers or learning how to play, you know, computer games or learning how to use WhatsApp or social media before anyone else. And so just by buying Bitcoin, not only are you adding value to the network, not only are you protecting your money from inflation, not only are you probably going to make a profit if history is anything to go by, but you're also learning how to use the newest and most disruptive technology in the world. So you and I have probably lived through a couple of really disruptive technologies. We missed electricity. So electricity came before us. TV came pretty much before us. Then we had internet. And I think, to be honest, I think you and I were both a little bit too young to really capitalize on the internet revolution.
Right.
Then we had phones, mobile phones. And I think, to be honest, you and I were a little bit too young to really capitalize on mobile phones. Then we had social media. And to be honest, I didn't capitalize on social media in terms of a revolution. I didn't make life-changing money on social media. I don't know about you. But
no. Yeah.
They say that this revolution, and when you understand the power of cryptocurrencies and all the industries they're disrupting, they are the most disruptive technology in the world today. So we're living in a time where you've got the most disruptive technology in the world today, disrupting pretty much every industry in the world, and we can go through the industries in a couple of minutes. And you have an opportunity to learn how to use it early, and just by learning how to use it early, to hold a share in that disruption. So if you hold Bitcoin now, and you learn how to use it, not only have you educated yourself, but you're also going to gain value as the network continues to grow. And I think I proved to you that the network cannot stop growing unless there's government intervention, technological breakdown, or a 10 times better competitor, all of which are very, very, very unlikely at this stage of the game.